everyone, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my reading channel, and in today's video I am going to be doing another reading vlog. I just got home from work. We had our Halloween party today at work and it was really fun, but I'm very happy that we're getting past Halloween because I'm tired. Your girl is tired. Been planning so many Halloween stuff at work and I just like want to relax. I haven't been doing too much reading. I mean, I've been doing pretty okay. I am still reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I am 80% into the book and I have, I think, 2 hours left on the audiobook, and it's still a 5-star read for me. Definitely my favorite read of the year. It's very, very good. I love it. Apparently there's controversy about this book. I don't know what about, because I'm really enjoying it, but reading this, and then I'm also reading the Kindle Unlimited book. It's called Obsession. I don't remember the author's name. I'll put it on the screen. And that is about a main character who is a journalist, and there is this prolific serial killer who's killed like 15 women or something like that. He's on death row. He's about to get killed, and he wants to be interviewed, but he only wants to be interviewed by her. And we don't know why. He only wants to be interviewed by her. He will not talk to anybody else but her. And I'm like 40% into the book, and it's just been like their interviews together. Pretty good. I think it's considered a dark romance. I don't consider it romance because I think it's really gross, but it's considered dark romance. I go into it more of like a psychological thriller romance, I guess, is what I feel like it is, but it's pretty good. And I honestly am vibing with it so far, and the romance is kind of gross, but it's really enjoyable. So I'm gonna continue reading that on my Books Palma. I also wanted to talk about the new Kindles with you guys. I've had so many people messaging me and asking me if I'm gonna buy the new Kindles. I will definitely not be buying the Kindle Color Soft, I think it's what it's called. It looks really laggy and really bad, and I've heard that the battery life is terrible, and I've heard that the ghosting is really bad. I don't really feel like I need a colored Kindle because I have the Big Me colored e-reader. I have my Books Palma. I have the High Break color. Like, I don't really need a colored Kindle. The only one that I would think about buying is the new Kindle Paperwhite because it's in pink, like a very hot pink color. And the videos I saw, there is absolutely no lag on that Kindle. Like, it literally scrolls like an actual phone. It looks really nice. I just don't think I want to spend $200 on it. So I may wait and see until somebody starts like posting them used to buy one, because I have the Kindle Signature Edition and it's still really great. So I don't really feel like I need to upgrade, but if I find one for a decent price, then maybe. So to everyone asking, will I buy the new Kindles? Maybe. I don't know. The Scribe is just too big, too expensive. Honestly, they're all way too overpriced in my opinion. So we'll see. I do really like the pink color of the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition. I just wish that they would put the color on the front too, so the front and the back was pink and not just the back. Does anybody else feel that way? I don't know. Anyway, I'm yapping. I'm gonna go nap and read, and I'll talk to you guys later. It's the next day. I stayed up till like probably 2 in the morning reading Obsession by Harley Beck. I'm 76% into the book now, and I would say it's about a 4-star read. It's pretty good. It's very like it's definitely a thriller. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's really gross. So I have no complaints. I feel like this is what Haunting Adeline wants to be, and that might be a hot take because I did not like Haunting and Hunting Adeline at all. I feel like this is way better than that. So if you're into like stalker things, I guess, which is weird to say, this is pretty good. Now, I haven't finished. The only complaint that I have is that I feel like it is a little too long and it's getting a little repetitive. So I find myself getting a little bored. But other than that, it is still really interesting. So I'm gonna finish reading this today. And then I also got some new bookmarks at work that I wanted to show you guys because I collect bookmarks. And since I work at a library, we get orders of bookmarks in all the time, so I just collect them. So we've got some more Squishmallow ones. We've got a little mouse, a rabbit, I think, a dog, and a cat. Those are the new Squishmallow ones. I now have probably like 20 different Squishmallow ones, and I got extras to send to my friends. And then I got these too. They remind me of Cuphead. So I got this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I just added a bunch of bookmarks to my collection. And also I got this book at work yesterday. This is the Everything Thyroid Diet book. If anyone who is watching has thyroid disease, I absolutely recommend checking out some books like this because I have hypothyroidism, and basically that means that my thyroid does not work good. My body has to overcompensate because of my thyroid not working, so I have trouble gaining and losing weight, hair loss, depression. I'm tired 24/7, very quick irritability, things like that. I haven't really educated myself too much on the disease because honestly it makes me feel really sad that I have it, and it makes me just feel like crap. But it is important to educate yourself on things that you are diagnosed with because you never know what you read could like change your opinion or change how you do things. So I saw this book, and this is the signs and symptoms of thyroid disease, and then there's 150 recipes in here that are recommended for people who have hyper and hypothyroidism. Apparently, I'm supposed to be eating a lot more seafood because it has iodine in it. I hate seafood, so I will not be doing that. But there are some really cool recipes in here for people who have thyroid disease, and apparently it just helps replenish some of the things that your thyroid is not producing and stuff like that. So I got this to try some recipes and help my thyroid. Check out your local library. If you have different diseases, there's probably so many different books that you can check out about them to educate yourself, and you don't even have to spend any money on them. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make some recipes out of this book. It is from 2001, so maybe it's a little outdated. It's helped me so far. It's kind of educated me more on the different symptoms that I deal with daily. And the big one that I deal with is like problems with my memory. I forget things really badly since being diagnosed. I am on medications, and I'm still currently in the process of finding the correct dose of medication to help me. I do have a really big problem with just like forgetting things or just like not remembering the things that I am going to be doing. And I did not realize that that was a side effect of having hypothyroidism. So I definitely learned a lot reading this yesterday, and I'm gonna keep reading it. But I'm gonna finish Obsession on my Books Palma. Probably just put my headphones on and kind of just stem out here on the couch and just relax. I did order some breakfast food. I need to order some groceries because I have no groceries, but I ordered a coffee and a bagel or something. I'm going to edit a video for my main channel, and then today's Halloween, by the way. Happy Halloween, everyone. I forgot to say that it's Halloween. I'm going to edit a Vlogtober episode, and then I'm going to live stream today for Halloween. It is the next night, the next day, and I finished reading Obsession by Harley Beck on my Books Palma, and I gave it 3 stars. After looking at other people's reviews about it, I definitely think that it's a pretty problematic book. You know, I didn't really think about the fact that like the main guy character, mainly because like I said, I went into this book not treating it as a romance. I treated it as a horror thriller book, and that's what made me enjoy the book more. But I realized that some people possibly go into the book as a dark romance, and the main guy character is a serial killer who's killed like 15 women just to kill them because he has mommy issues, which is like not romantic or cute or redeemable at all. I guess it's like some people's fault going into a book like that, like expecting it to be romance, but it does seem like it's marketed as a romance, which I do have a problem with. So yeah, I gave it 3 stars just for the fact that like the story was thrilling. It made me feel gross and weird. It was a little long in my opinion, and I did find myself being a little bored, and also some things were a bit predictable, but it was enjoyable. So I gave it 3 stars. And then I was going to try to finish Fairy Tale by Stephen King today too. I literally have like this much left, like maybe, I think the audiobook said I had 2 hours left, but I have to be in the headspace to read high fantasy, and this is high fantasy. So I'm probably just going to pick up another book on my Books Palma, possibly another Kindle Unlimited book, or I'm gonna start reading Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout because that was the book that I pulled out of the Crane Machine in my last reading vlog. And that is a YA paranormal romance, which I'm kind of in the mood for that right now. So actually I think I might read that. I am kind of in the mood still to read like fun Kindle Unlimited like dark romances because they're just really enjoyable. But I do feel like I need to read something that will keep me in the reading mood and not put me in a slump. And I also just ordered some sweet treats because I am hungry and all I've eaten today is a salad and I really want some ice cream. So I ordered some groceries that I'm waiting for and I'm gonna eat some ice cream and continue reading. I've literally been reading all day today and it's been good. I honestly have not just set a day for myself where I just spend all day reading, and that's what I did and I'm happy with it. So today was really cozy and relaxing. It rained all day and it hasn't rained in like 2 months. So it rained all day. It was really dark in the house. My dogs were cuddling me and it was just a really good day. Today is November 2nd. I just got home from work. At work today, I read volume 14 of Nana, and now I'm on volume 15 of Nana. So this is the volume that I'm on now. So I did finish one book today. And then last night, I was reading on my Kindle. I actually whipped out my Kindle. I normally exclusively read on my Books Palma, but I've been seeing the new Kindles that came out, and I was like, you know what, let me whip out my Kindle and just remind myself why I do love my Kindle so much. So I am reading Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the book that I pulled out of the Crane Machine in my last reading vlog. So I read to chapter 4 last night. I made this my buddy read book on Patreon and on Fable. I'll put a link for Fable down below if you guys want to join the book club for free. I don't really chat in that book club at all, but my Patreon book club, I do chat about the book in Discord. So if you want to check out my book club that we do every month. And this is honestly, this is YA. And so far, just being 4 chapters in, if you like Fourth Wing, you will probably like this book. It is written pretty immaturely like Fourth Wing is, and it also has the same vibes as Fourth Wing. Or it's also kind of giving like Vampire Academy vibes. My cats are literally going bonkers right now. Like Claudine literally just parkoured off of like 3 different things in the living room. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this so far. It's kind of reminding me of the books that I read when I was a preteen. And I also ordered a new skin for my Kindle too that is coming from Etsy, because I'm getting the urge to buy the new Kindles just purely so I can review them for you guys. But I am not made of money, and if I was like wealthy, I would order every single Kindle or e-reader that comes out to review for you guys because I enjoy reviewing e-readers so much. But I'm not trying to spend like, I don't know, $200, $250 on the Kindle Colorsoft with all the bad reviews that have been coming out. So I ordered a skin to try to like itch the urge that I'm getting right now to get a new Kindle. And I ordered like this spooky Halloween skin. I do love this one, but it's just not really my vibe anymore. I think it's adorable and precious, but this was more of my vibe and aesthetic when I put this on. And now it's probably been over a year now since I put this on. I'm feeling a little bit more of like a pastel goth spooky time. So that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I ordered. So I will be putting a new skin on my Kindle in this vlog too. I also am probably gonna make myself a new Kindle skin too, but last night I was laying in bed and I was just using my remote and my Kindle poof, and I was just chilling and reading, and I honestly have been thinking about the book all day today. So I am going to go ahead and continue reading for the rest of the night because I don't work tomorrow. It's a Saturday night, and I'm ready to get cozy and lay on the couch and listen to some TV and read my book. Hey guys, it is the 3rd. It's the next day. And for the past couple of hours, I have just been working on this star crochet blanket that I've been working on for a couple months. And instead of watching TV in the background like I normally do, I decided to finish the audiobook of Fairy Tale by Stephen King. So I listened to the last 2 hours of the audiobook and I finished it. And this is absolutely my favorite read of the year. It's given me those like fuzzy feelings that you get when you get a 5-star read. And like, I did not want to leave this world. Like, I absolutely loved this book so much. And it did take me a really long time to read it because, I mean, it is a massive book. I actually listened to the audiobook and I absolutely recommend the audiobook. The narration was amazing. But I did read a lot of the reviews, and a lot of the negative reviews were just about how slow the book was. But I feel like when you go into a Stephen King book, all of his books are extremely descriptive. So if that's not the type of writing that you enjoy, then you're not gonna like it. The first half of this book is definitely more of like a slice of life story. And you're basically like meeting the characters, you're learning the backstory of all of the characters. And Stephen King really is like good at describing characters and doing like a lot of character descriptions, which some people just do not like, but personally it just makes me connect to the characters even more when I know so much about them. So the first, like, I don't know, like 300 pages is literally just more of a slice of life story about the main character and the old man that he meets and his dog and everything. And then the second half of the story gets into the dark fantasy aspect. So this is a slice of life and a dark fantasy all together. I wouldn't even really say it's a horror. Like, there were some really spooky scenes, but this is basically Stephen King's take on classic fairy tales, and he makes it very spooky and a lot more grotesque than the original fairy tales. And it's just really good. The ending was really good, and I'm very sad that it's over. Like, I'm so sad. And now 2 of my favorite books of all time are Stephen King books. So I definitely need to keep reading Stephen King, because actually 3 of my favorite books of all time are Stephen King books. So I just really love his writing. I don't know, something about it just makes me feel like warm and fuzzy inside, and I love his writing. So I finished that. That's definitely most likely going to be my favorite read of the year. I don't think anything's gonna top that in the next month. But I do want to keep crocheting, so I pulled up Hoopla on my phone. If you guys don't know what Hoopla is, it's very similar to Libby if you have a library card. Hoopla is about the same. You put your library card into there and you can borrow audiobooks, comics, ebooks, movies, music, TV shows. There's a lot of things on there for free. And there's not wait times on Hoopla. So on Libby, if there is one book that has 26 holds on it, you have to wait in line. For Hoopla, you do not have to wait in line. You get credits and you can check out audiobooks and movies and TV shows monthly, and there is no wait for it. So I found the audiobook for The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. This is a Peter Pan retelling, and I've heard good things about it. And this is a full narrated cast. I have 21 days to listen to it, but it's only a 4.5-hour audiobook. And I usually listen on 2 times speed. So I'll probably get through this audiobook within like 2.5 to 3 hours, which I could probably just finish it tonight. I know this is a series, the Vicious Lost Boys series. Here it is. I've honestly heard really great things about it. So I'm gonna continue crocheting for the rest of the night because I don't have anything else to do. It's only 7 p.m. so I have plenty of time to listen to this, and I'm just going to listen to this audiobook. Let you guys know how I feel about it. Like I said, I don't really know anything about it. I think it might be a romance. I don't know, like a dark romance or something. It's a couple hours later and I just finished the audiobook of The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. It was like a 4.5-hour audiobook and I finished it within like 2 hours. I gave the book 2 stars. The narration was actually pretty good and the story was genuinely like enjoyable, but it was not a good book. Was it a good book? No. Did I enjoy it? Absolutely. It was just pure smut, basically, which was pretty unfortunate, and it just didn't really feel like really romantic at all if it was supposed to be a romance. And the actual smut scenes happened very suddenly and honestly didn't make much sense and just didn't really feel very natural. And it was honestly kind of uncomfortable. I went in pretty blind to this book, not knowing what it's about, but I didn't really feel like there was too much happening other than smut, which is why I had to give it 2 stars. But I really liked the characters. Well, the main girl character is really annoying, but like the story itself is so cool. And like the Peter Pan retelling aspect of it is so cool. So I am going to read the second book because I wasn't going to read the second book. And then I went and looked at the Goodreads reviews and everybody was like, this book is so much better than the first one. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to do the second one too because this one is also on Hoopla. So I'm literally listening to the second book called The Dark One. This one is 6 hours, so if I 2 times speed it, I can finish it in 3 hours. And if I don't like this one, I will not continue on with this series because there's like 4 books. So if I don't like this one, I'll stop. But I just feel like I do want to know what happens, even though it's not the greatest book. But I'm going to listen to that while I fold my laundry and do my laundry for the rest of the night. It's already like midnight and I work tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to finish it tonight, but I will listen to probably about half of it tonight. It is November 7th. Yesterday, I finished the second audiobook of the Peter Pan retelling. The second book was called The Dark One. I honestly should not have even picked up the second book because I did not like the first one, but I read all the reviews on the second one and they were like, oh my gosh, this one's so much better than the first, blah, blah, blah. I should just stop taking review advice from anyone on Goodreads because it was terrible. The entire time the main character was just trying to smash the dark character, and he was like the only character that had some type of self-respect for himself and also respect for her not to give in to her. And then of course he eventually does. So literally the whole book is her just smashing all of them and then trying to smash him, and then he finally gives in, and then after that I was like, okay. I did not enjoy it. Will not be picking up the rest of the series. I think there's like 4 books or something, I don't know. Yeah, I finished that, and then I picked up volume 15 of Nana. I finished 14 I think at work yesterday, so we're on 15. We're getting close to the end. I think there's 21 or 24 volumes of Nana in the entire series, so I'm almost finishing. And I'm still reading Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is my new wallpaper on my Big Me e-reader. I have this like Nana wallpaper. It's so cute. I've been reading on this because I just absolutely love this little device, honestly. I'm on chapter 18 of Storm and Fury, and at the beginning of this book, I wasn't quite knowing like how I felt about it. Being almost halfway through the book, I can say that I'm actually very much enjoying it. If you like Fourth Wing, I think you guys would actually really enjoy this. It's young adult though, so like you're not going to get like detailed smut scenes, which I prefer because I'm kind of just tired of hearing about the main character getting dicked down every like 20 pages. Like it just gets so boring. So if you like young adult, I mean, there is still romance in it, but it's more slow burn. I feel like young adult romances, you get the like soft glances. I feel like you get the like swift glances, the soft touches, like the actual romance. I feel like you get really well in young adult books when it comes to romance, which is what's giving in here. But the plot and the story is really good. The main character is a little annoying and she says some just really cringy, weird stuff, but I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, if you like Fourth Wing, then you'll probably like this. I still don't even really know what kind of paranormal romance this would be considered because I don't know what kind of paranormal characters were really, like the main characters are wardens, which are gargoyles who like protect things. I am doing terrible at describing this book. So like the warriors in this book are called wardens, but there's also demons. I know that, but I haven't heard anything about like vampires or werewolves, or I haven't heard anything about those type of supernatural creatures. I've only read about demons and wardens are gargoyles, and they fight and protect cities and stuff, and they have these like gigantic wings, which are really cool. So that's like the only thing that is paranormal about this book so far, which I prefer, but I don't know if there's gonna be any other type of supernatural creature that ends up being in this book. There are ghosts too, there's ghosts. I wanna keep reading, but I also am playing the new Stardew Valley update on my Switch. I know the new update came out for PC like months ago, but with my hand injury, I cannot click keys on the computer to play. And I know I could connect a controller, but I just really like playing on my Switch. So I'm playing the new Stardew Valley update on my Switch and I'm really enjoying it. So I think maybe I'll start a new audiobook and listen to the audiobook while I play Stardew Valley. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I went to the hand doctor today. I still don't know if I need another hand surgery or not. I'm actually getting pretty frustrated because the doctor and her PA are like great. They're so nice and I could tell they genuinely care. But every time I go in to see them, they're like, we don't know if we want to do surgery or not. Like, we're having a hard time deciding like what's right for you. And I'm like, okay, but I'm paying $100 copay every single time I show up into your building to sit here and talk to you for 30 minutes for you to tell me you don't know what you want to do. So I'm getting really frustrated, and she said she was gonna call me back next week to tell me what she recommends surgery-wise on my finger being like straightened and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Played Stardew Valley for like maybe an hour and then just like fell asleep, and I've slept all day today. I didn't feel too tired, but I guess I just genuinely really needed that nap, and my body was telling me, okay, it's time to sleep all day. So I legitimately slept all day long. And I also don't work tomorrow, which I'm very happy about. So I can pretty much just read and play video games the next 2 days, which I'm super excited about. It's November 11th. Ignore this that I have going on right now. I'm dyeing my hair because I always try to have natural hair, and I just hate it so much, and I get so insecure because I hate it so much. So I love pink, so I'm trying to dye my hair like a dark pink, like a berry color. I think it's gonna work. I also ran out of gloves, so I had to use my bare hands. So that's not cute, but who cares about that for reading? I've actually been reading quite a lot. So the last time I updated you guys, I was crocheting and choosing an audiobook, I believe. So I chose Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. I chose this because one of my friends is obsessed with this book, and she's been begging me to read it for months now. So I picked it up. I am 16% into the book. It's okay. Like, I'm enjoying it. I do have to say I'm not a big fan of the Regency era. I really do like Bridgerton, but like still sometimes Bridgerton bores me because I just find the Regency era to be pretty boring. I'm not into that type of historical aspect of it. Like, it does make it more fun because like it's not in this time period, but like I said, the Regency era is just one of those eras that I just really could care less about. And this is a romantasy based in the Regency era. So if you do like Regency and fantasy romance, then you probably love this. So I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it. There's a lot of names being thrown out, a lot of things I'm just truly not really grasping. Maybe it's because I'm listening to the audiobook, I don't know, but it's okay. Like right now, it's like a 3-star. Like, I don't love it, I don't hate it, like I'm just enjoying it. So it's a good audiobook to listen to while I do things. It's pretty long, I still have 12 hours left, so who knows what'll happen within that time period. And then I'm still reading Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I whipped out my Kindle Fire. If you guys, oh God, I almost dropped it. If you guys remember me buying this like 4 years ago, I did unbox it on a really old reading vlog. A lot of people online have been complaining about the Kindle Colorsoft and how the colors aren't vivid enough. And I've come to realize a lot of you guys that don't like the Kindle Colorsoft are probably not liking it because you just need to buy a tablet. I opened this back up, I reset it, I charged it up, and I made a TikTok on it because Kindle Fires are literally like $50. Like, they're on sale for $50 right now. You can add up to like a terabyte of extra storage inside of it with a micro SD card. I think I have a matte screen protector on it right now. Actually, maybe I don't remember, but you can put a matte screen protector on it so it's not as like glared, and you can get like any reading app on it. So there's the Kindle app, of course, and I've been reading on here just because I enjoy it. I don't enjoy the glare, so I'm gonna buy a matte screen protector again. But I actually really do enjoy reading on this thing. Sometimes I just want to see color, you know? And I can read like my manga and everything on here because you can just download them from the App Store. And then last night I made a custom insert for the Kindle. So a lot of people make inserts, Kindle inserts online. So I just measured the size of the Kindle, made a photo out of these dimensions on Canva. So I just downloaded a bunch of like Pinterest photos. So we've got like Folk of the Air pictures, we've got vampires, Hush Hush, this is kind of a Fourth Wing vibe. I just got dragons because I like dragons. Witches, wings, all of the things that I love in paranormal romance or fantasy. I just made a little collage. I printed it out on photo paper with my printer, and then I hole punched a little section for the camera, even though I don't really use the camera, so like whatever. And then I added a little phone grip, and I've been using this. The Kindle Fires are pretty heavy, I'm not gonna lie. They're also kind of awkwardly length. I'm really enjoying this, like I'm not even gonna lie. I was reading on it all last night, and the Kindle Fires, you can also turn on warm lighting. So look at the warm light. So at night, like it really doesn't hurt your eyes too much. I mean, obviously e-ink is better for your eyes than a tablet is, but yeah, I was gonna buy a Kindle Fire to make a video on since they're so cheap, but then I was like, oh my God, I remember that I had actually already bought one. This is the old Kindle Fire. This is like from 2020. I bought it 4 years ago, and this is the 8th gen, so it still has the micro USB charger. So the newer ones have USB-C, which if I did purchase another one, it would be the pink one, and it would just be for the USB-C charging, and honestly, it would probably be faster than this. This thing's pretty fast for reading, but not fast for literally anything else. And it's probably lighter than this too. If I did purchase another one, it would be a pink one. But I just wanted to show you guys the little decorations that I did for the TikTok, because I just wanted to get a TikTok out there. But I'm about 50% into Storm and Fury, 56%. And I don't remember what I said about it when I was talking about it last time, but really, really enjoying it. I don't really know if I talked about what it's about, but basically the main character, she is a human, and she's been raised in this like facility because when she was younger, her mother was murdered by something called a warden, and wardens are these like big protectors, which are basically gargoyles that can turn into humans. Like they have a form of a gargoyle and they have a form of a human. And she was basically raised in this facility to be protected because her father is actually a demon, and she is half human, half demon, which is a Nephilim angel. And she's like the only Nephilim angel of her kind. So she's being protected in this facility, and nobody in the facility actually knows who she is, because if demons knew that she existed, then they would be trying to kill her all the time. So nobody there except for the owners of the facility knows what she is, and things start happening. Things start happening. And there's these like hot dudes from a facility in Washington, DC, wardens that show up to like discuss things that are happening in DC. And the romance is really good. It's YA, so the romance is like very slow burn and just really, really good. Honestly, really, really enjoying it. So I want to finish it, but I do still need to crochet because there's a hat that I'm making that I want to finish tomorrow. This is all I've done for it. I am making this 20s style hat, and I would like to wear it to work tomorrow, but I don't know. I was supposed to read it yesterday, and then I started playing Stardew Valley instead. Yeah, that's all the reading that I have been doing. I'll update you guys if anything changes, but so far I'm having a really good reading month. I think November of last year was a really good reading month for me too. This time of the year is my best time for reading. I always do really well between like September and December of every year. I always read so much, and I think it's just because like my seasonal depression leaves during the fall and winter, and it's really bad during the summer. So that's probably why. It is November 15th, and I have a little reading update. So on Storm and Fury, I am 71% into the book. I don't think I have read since I last updated you. On Throne of the Fallen audiobook, I am 50% into the book. Throne of the Fallen has grown on me a bit. I am enjoying it a lot more now that I'm understanding what's happening. It's still probably just a 3-star read for me because I don't love it, but I'm enjoying it. And this one right now is probably like a 4 or 5. I can't decide if it's a 4 or 5 yet. And that's my reading updates. I've also been working on a book that I have been writing. I've been writing a book on and off since I was in high school. In high school, I wrote it more as like a contemporary romance. And now as an adult, yesterday I started rewriting it more as like a horror thriller taboo romance type vibe. Yesterday at work, I sat for probably like 4 hours just kind of like rewriting or re-outlining the story. Do I think I'll ever publish this book? No, probably not. There are way too many people out here who cannot write who are publishing books, and I don't want to be one of those people. I don't think I'm an amazing writer, but I do enjoy writing. So I wrote like half of the first chapter at work yesterday on my iPad, and I really enjoyed it. I just hooked my little keyboard up to my iPad, and I just sat there and I typed on my iPad, and it was really fun. So I feel like I'm gonna continue writing some. I feel like my book is going to discuss like religion and religious trauma quite a lot. And I do want it to have a romance, but I don't want the romance to be like super in your face. I also want it to be really dark. So I don't know. I still haven't decided what I want the genre to be or where I want the end of the story to go. But I have all the ideas in my head. I just have to try to piece them together where it works properly. So that's been fun for me. And those are my reading updates. That's it. It's later in the night and I was reading while I was taking a bath. And guys, this quote was so cute. This is actually like making me like happy and smile like with the romance in this book. But I just have a feeling like it's too good to be true. But in Storm and Fury, this is giving me like old paranormal romance love vibes. But basically the main character, she has an eye disease, and they said it in the book, and I took a picture of it so I could say it. And I also, one thing I love about Kindles is you can just highlight what it is and it brings you up the definition of what it is. So she has retinitis pigmentosa. And then when I highlighted it, it gave me the dictionary. And it's a genetic disorder that causes loss of vision. And it kind of like gives you an example of what can happen with the disease. And she has that. So she cannot, like she's slowly losing her eyesight. And she is always like trying to look up at the stars because she used to be able to see the stars when she was younger, but now that her eyesight's gotten so bad, she cannot see the stars anymore. So she was outside on a rooftop. I feel like this isn't a spoiler because it's just a cute moment, but she's like up on a rooftop, like trying to see the stars, and he's like asking, there's a guy who's a love interest. I'm not gonna say who it is because there's multiple, but he's like, there's stars there, like, do you see them? And she's like, I can kind of see them. Like, why? Are there a lot of them? And she says, I'm guessing the sky is full of stars, like asking him that question. And he goes, it is, but the only ones that matter are the ones that you see. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. That was so cute. Maybe it was just cheesy. But you know what? I just miss these like YA romances. Like that is so cute. Because if it was an adult romance, it would have been like, let's F under the stars, you know? Like it would have just been like smutty and weird. But like this was so cute. Oh, I'm 73% into the book now. But since reading that line, I ordered pizza for dinner because I do not feel like cooking. I do need to edit a YouTube video, but I don't feel like it. I ordered pizza and I am going to read until my pizza gets here because that line hooked me right in to finish this book today. That line right there, so cute. Guys, last night I finished Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I finished it at like 3 in the morning. New favorite read. I haven't had like the best reading year, but the books that I have read this year have been like new favorite reads of all time. These will be books that I will like go back and read again in the future. Like that's how much I love them. So this, like the Four Horsemen series, I loved. Fairy Tale by Stephen King, I loved. And now this book series I love. I read Nana this year, which I loved. Like haven't read as many books as I would have liked, even though I have read 50 books, but that's like nothing in the book community, it feels like. But I've read so many good books for me this year, which has been great. And anyway, I finished it last night. 5 stars. 5 stars, guys. It was so good. I still stand by the fact that like if you love Fourth Wing, if you love Vampire Academy, any kind of like paranormal romances that are revolved around like a school or anything like that, then you'll probably really enjoy this. The romance precious, absolutely precious. Like it actually, I was like crying. There was like one scene where I was like actually laying in bed, like tears going down my face. It was so precious. One thing that I've noticed with, you know, young adult books is that the climax in the issues between the romance is always miscommunication because like they're always teenagers, right? No, not in this book. The main characters, they would talk it out with each other. They communicated, they told each other their feelings immediately. It felt like such mature conversations to read. And it was so nice to just not read such immature conversations between people. I loved it. And like, it was the perfect amount of romance and the perfect amount of like a good plot. The humor was great. Like I was laughing so much. I highlighted in that book literally so much. If you go to my Goodreads account, you can see all of my highlights and comments and everything, but I loved it. I'm so glad the Crane Machine told me to read that book because I picked up the second book immediately. Like immediately. And like apparently there's a prequel series that goes to it too, which I did not know. So there is like a literal whole prequel series I can read about the other characters in this book series, which are the demons. And I'm so excited to read those too because I love the demons in this book. I read the first book here on my Kindle Fire, but this thing is so old that it's starting to kind of stop working on me. I really feel like I should buy the new Kindle Fire to replace this one, but I'm debating between getting the new Kindle Fire because wait, what? I just got a notification this item is protected with DRM and cannot be read on your Fire. Okay, that was weird. I have it back up now. The new Kindle Fires, the pink one, is the same price as the new Kindle Basic matcha color. And I wasn't originally gonna get the Kindle Basic because I have a Kindle Paperwhite and the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition does more than the Kindle Basic does. So this is my Kindle Paperwhite. And I do love this thing, but it's a little big. It's a little heavy. I mean, it's not really that bad, but Kindle Basic seems like such a good size. Like I've been seeing people like putting their phone up next to the Kindle Basic and the Kindle Basic like being like a tiny bit bigger than their phone. And as someone who has a bad hand, I mean, even here, my phone is like gigantic. I have the S24 Ultra, so like this phone is basically just a mini computer, but the Kindle Basic is smaller than this. It's like 2 inches smaller and the green color is stunning and I really kind of want it because it's only like $110, but the Kindle Fire is also about $110 to $120. So I'm like, when I get paid, I'm debating on buying the new Kindle Fire or buying the Kindle Basic, but I do need a Fire more than a Kindle Basic. I don't really need another e-reader in general. I say need very lightly. I just want another one because I like making content for you guys. I love trying out e-readers, but I do feel like the Kindle Basic video will get like a lot more views and I can answer a lot more questions about it since it's a new product. And I don't know if I'll use the Kindle Fire for like a long period of time since it isn't e-ink. I go back and forth between reading on these and this is the first time I've read on this thing in like years. So I don't know if buying the new Kindle Fire would be worth it and if I should just keep using this one because I don't really use it that much. But I use this non-stop since getting it a couple of years ago. So the skin that I ordered for it is still coming in the mail. I think it's supposed to come by like Monday or Tuesday of next week. But this reading vlog right now is going to be ending. And the next reading vlog, I'm gonna start with reading the second book in the Harbinger? Is that how you say it? Harbinger series? I don't know. This book, the second book in this series, I'm gonna read. I'm also still reading Throne of the Fallen. I'm like 50% into that audiobook. Still reading Nana, and I'm still reading Spy Family. Those are all the books that I'm currently reading. The next video will be me putting the new skin on my Kindle. I might have a video of me unboxing the new Kindle, but I'm gonna have my Goodreads down below. I'm also gonna have my Fable down below. I have a book club over on Fable. The book for this month was actually this book. So every single month I change it to a different book. It's a free book club. You can make a free account and I prefer Fable over Goodreads. I update all of my reading over there. And I really like that app, so I've been using that quite often. And then also my TikTok will be down below. I've been posting like short form content over on TikTok of like day in the life of a library assistant. I've been posting some of those. I've been posting like e-reader unboxings, e-reader reviews, and then just like little videos. Like I posted a video of the crane machine choosing this book and everything like that. So check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.